So if we're thinking about trying to shore up a portfolio in a period that potentially could get quite volatile and may see some, further downside, we would think about how we're positioned against defensiveness across sectors. So we'll be pushing ourselves to probably hold more of things like utilities or property trusts or consumer staples than really cyclical, sensitive, or even potentially banks if we're worried about what's happening in the financial system. The other thing that we've done when we're looking at our sectoral exposures is actually try to tilt ourselves into stocks specifically that are quite defensive within those sectors that are sensitive to the economy. So a great example of that would be our largest position in the portfolio today is MacDonald's. So MacDonald's sits in the consumer discretionary space, but actually it's an incredibly defensive business model, and we expect it will be able to deliver very good earnings growth as we go through the next 12 months, even if we see the US consumer start to come under some pressure. And we're not seeing signs of that yet, but there is a prospect as we look further out that if things become unhinged around interest rates or what Trump does, then there'll be parts of the consumer discretionary space that will see some real risk in the US. What's interesting in a business like McDonald's is analysts typically are very cautious about putting bullish expectations around comparable sales in their models. And I've been covering this stock for probably 10 years, and it's always the way. So they'll say, oh, well, we'll use 2 to 3, probably could be better, but 2 to 3 feels safe. And so when they deliver the 5s and the 7s and the double digits, which happens in this business, they go, oh, that's great, I'll upgrade, but I'll use 3 going forward. So there's that's sitting behind this, I think. And people are, in the US in particular, and that's where all the analysts are living, they see the McDonald's of today, and it is very run down and very tired, and they're having, there's small skirmishes happening with the franchisees around how much that they're being asked to spend against this. And they're absolutely winning against all of that, but that noise is making people in the US a little bit more nervous about how this plays out, and that's to our advantage.